Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to Fragrance Sense. Today, we are going to be talking about one of the most discussed fragrances from the house of Maison Crivelli, Oud Maracuja. So friends, this scent was released in the year 2023 and was crafted by perfumer Jordi Fernandez, one of the revered names in the perfume industry, who has given us some instant hits like Blue Talisman, 24 Gold, Mont Blanc Explorer, and also one of the very famous Middle Eastern fragrance called Oud 07 from the house of Swiss Arabian. Oud Marakuja was also voted Best Niche Fragrance 2024 by Fragrantica readers. So you probably can guess the hype behind this perfume. Now without further ado, let's review Oud Marakuja. Now as for the bottle, it's a very handy design and something that can be gripped very easily and is also very easy to spray. The cap is solid metal, feels really heavy and sturdy. The sprayer is top notch. And the perfume, superb. For me, friends, this was love at first sniff. It's such a well blended potion that very few mainstream niche perfumes come close to this kind of blending. Now, I know many fellow reviewers and users either hate or love this fragrance. The hate, or should I say dislike, is more from the people who have really used a lot of oud perfumes and understand its complexity and what that golden ingredient offers. Also disliked by some people who are used to artisanal fragrances which use oud in one of its most optimum avatars. But for people who like a mainstream approach with emphasis on smelling more luxurious than traditional, this is absolutely a no-brainer. This is also oud in a form which will not come across as offensive. Wear it in the day, wear it in the night for an event. In my opinion, it serves all purposes. But the most important part is the weather. This should not be reached out in humid heat. Absolutely not. Or it really turns sour and starts to smell weird and can really put off people around you. As for the notes, the perfumer introduced passion fruit in the opening of this scent, which I believe really works well with the entire tonality of Oud Marakuja. Now let's spray this on a blotter and see how it smells from the opening to the dry down. Wow. So the opening, friends, is a very beautifully rounded passion fruit along with tones of rose and saffron with a hint of leather. Beautiful, just simply gorgeous. Let me also tell you, friends, this is a room filler. The moment you spray it on, within a few seconds, you're going to infuse the entire room with this perfume. This is also one of those perfumes which literally arrives before you do, but in a very good way. It fills the room with this very soothing, fruity, woody and leather kind of aroma. Let's give it another sniff. So it's slowly transitioning to its heart, where I feel the note of patchouli and benzoin are starting to pop up. The concentration on this, friends, is beast mode. The brand has shared the oil concentration to be at around 32%. And somehow they've also managed to make this project like no one else's business. For people who also care about the environment, this is a vegan creation, as the brand says. For me personally, friends, this ticks all the right boxes, except if I have to pinpoint one setback, that would be its price. The 100 ml sells for about 426 euros and the 50 ml sells for around 247 euros. That puts this in the high-end luxury category, putting it besides perfumes from brands like Roja London, Strangelove NYC, Boudicca and the likes of Dior Privé collection. So friends, I will be back with the dry down impressions in some time. Wow. The dry down, magical. This beautiful amalgamation of oud and leather along with vanilla and amber. The dry down here is to die for. Now, why do I like this scent so much? Apart from the price, friends, Oud Marakuja, I believe, truly gives you that luxury smelling scent. And trust me, in the right setting, this can get you compliments left, right, center. Especially when you attend like a closed room event. But You made sure you didn't overspray this. The lesser the sprays, the more it shines. Now, some of my friends might feel that I may be overpraising this scent, but trust me, friends, what this gives me, a very few perfumes can. This has made Oud mass appealing. I'm sure many of you know that how a strong Oud fragrance can come across as skanky and animalic and can really turn off people around you. But my only gripe with this fragrance is the price. And for that reason, I've decided to compare it with one of its closest Middle Eastern inspirations. I'm talking about Azzure Oud from the House of French Avenue. Before we proceed with a brief comparison, friends, let me tell you, I've decided to review inspirations, but only the ones which I feel are great quality, non-headache inducing, and truly offer a good value for money. Let's try Azzure Oud. In the first sniff, friends, I feel this comes really close to Oud Maracuja in terms of scent profile. But I feel the passion fruit note that Azzure Oud uses has a synthetic edge to it. But then we also have to consider the price it's being offered at. It's roughly around 28 to 30 euros. Prices in dollar should be here. But in Azzure Oud, along with that passion fruit note, I also get a very prominent powdery rose facet. So the opening in Azzure Oud to my nose is simply passion fruit and rose. I definitely feel the saffron is missing in Azzure Oud. But again, saffron is also not very prominent in Oud Maracuja. It's just a supporting note along with rose. So where the heart of Oud Maracuja had patchouli and benzoin notes, Azzure Oud, I believe, starts to show oud from the heart itself. It has more prominent oud than leather, and Oud Maracuja to my nose is a 50-50 blend of leather and oud. Again, as I said, here oud is more and leather is less prominent. Yeah, Azzure Oud for me goes from the opening straight to the dry down. I don't feel there is a play of heart notes at any time. Now, I've done a full wearing of Azzure Oud, my friends, and the best part that I liked about this fragrance is that it did not induce any headache to me. Let me tell you, I'm very sensitive to synthetic fragrances. But Azzure Oud, I believe, has done those synthetics in a very good way. The quality is very good for a Middle Eastern inspiration. Now, where Azzure Oud really manages to capture a close essence of Oud Maracuja in a stellar price offering, where it lacks for me is the performance. Where this beast can last for days on clothes and an easy 15 to 16 hours on skin, this one could not manage to stay for more than 7 to 8 hours on my clothes and 5 to 6 hours on my skin. But for the price at what it's being offered, it can be a great pick if you want something similar to Oud Maracuja. Now friends, I also wanted to share a scent with you which offers an equally luxurious smelling blend as Oud Maracuja and can be easily worn among people who find oud skanky or animalic. I'm talking about Parfums De Marly's Akaster. Akaster, friends, was also one of those fragrances that I instantly fell in love with when I tried it. I got to sniff it in Dubai Mall at Perfumery Inc. store and I had to have my hands on this. This, friends, price-wise comes closer to Oud Maracuja but offers a little more value at being a 125 ml bottle. So you get more juice for the price. Let me spray this and give you my impressions on this one. Oh, this is simply amazing. It's a fresh, spicy take on rose and oud, done in a very good way. This, friends, like Oud Maracuja, is also a compliment magnet. It's such a beautiful and fresh take on Oriental perfumery that you have to experience for what it offers. This would be my recommendation to people who are looking for an alternative to Oud Maracuja, which smells equally luxurious with an equally good blend. The freshness in this perfume comes from a beautiful opening of cypress and lemon. And the artistic part about this fragrance is how the oud unfolds in the dry down. I will make a separate review on this, but for now, this is my suggestion for a very good Oud Maracuja alternative. So friends, here was the review for Oud Maracuja and its brief comparison with Azzure Oud and Akaster. If you liked the review, I would request you to please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more content on designer, niche and artisanal scents. I would also humbly request you to engage in the comments to discuss about your favorite luxury oud fragrances. Have a great week. Until next time.